Heyo, what's up, everybody? Finally, the hellish week at work is complete, and I can actually do some YouTube stuff again. How about that? How we doing,
Woo.
Dovey? Dovey Ande say Tobias again. I see you in the chat there. Jaden Hamilton, as always. Thank you too for always being around. The questioners, I'm guessing it's Child Domon. I never know with you guys. We need a name for you guys, sort of like the White Cloaks have split themselves up. We can identify you to them. Sven, welcome. Good to see you. There's Easton, as always.
Hey, Easton.
Welcome. So it's been a while since I've done a stream. I figured, before I pass out of tiredness, we'll get some. We'll talk about some stuff, right? So I wanted to say thank you to my I guess co-streamers, my guests, Amanda Manethrin, Nate. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I didn't say Manatherin this time, so I guess I'm not that tired yet. But and we got Pips from the White Cloaks. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
Fresh off my rewatch.
Yeah. That was a blast.
That YouTube won't let you post for some reason.
Oh no. YouTube let us get those. It was a slow internet connection was causing me some issues originally. The one that YouTube won't let us post is we just recorded with Aldan, but I think I figured it out. It's going to be it'll be our normal Tuesday Thursday release schedule for anybody who watches those.
Cool. Good. So as usual. Thanks you both for being here, and thank you everybody in chat. But as usual, we're gonna sort of fly by the seat of our pants here because that's how I roll. If you guys haven't figured that out by now, then why are you here? But so I got a few small things, and then we're gonna take a look at the rest of that QA that we started on Salty Texas C's channel. I hope there's still some nuggets to go through in that, but we will see literal nuggets. I'm sure, steaming nuggets.
I think dingleberries are what we're hoping for in relation to this show.
Yeah. Dane, I don't think Pips is wearing pants, but why wear pants? You were only seeing from here, right? Pants are unneeded for this stream. This is a non-pants stream, if you wish. But let's go ahead. I guess let's get right into this first thing. This because we were talking a little bit off screen about this, and this should be fun to talk about. We got a few casting announcements. I guess they're a little bit old. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind because of work, but we got this attractive young lad who has been cast. And what do you guys think? Like, who do you think this what's his name here? Jay Duffy. There you go. What do you think? What role do you think Jay Duffy could fill for us here?
I mean, I know who he's rumored to fill, right? And I think he's rumored to also get filled by Ivan, right? Isn't that the lead scene?
It's Ivron. Get it right, okay? Ivron, he rewards him for his good Warner training.
And by the way, I just mean that somebody is cooking him a meal. He's going to be very full at the end of getting a nice home cooked meal. I think that's the leaked scene that we saw. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. Man. So Gowan or Galad, I think is the rumor, right? Nate, is that what you're hearing as well?
Yeah, and a possible third of a young Dane Bornhold.
So yeah, they're all being thrown out there too. But I do, and maybe I don't know if we'll fit it in here because I didn't really prep anything. But I have noticed that there are a few things you can even take from the behind the scenes stuff that the garbage they released. If you look at that and sort of try to match it up to those leaked audition things. I think the more and more I sort of try and match them up, the events that look like might be happening. Yeah. I think those audition are actually going to be in the show. It's one of those like there's a lot of coincidences. You see, like especially the Avienda stuff. I think the Avienda lines are definitely going to be in the show.
Oh yeah.
And
100%.
if we don't go over it this stream, maybe another stream. But it's sort of, if you start looking at it closely and putting together who is being left out, who is being replaced from this season, you can sort of start putting some pieces together. And especially now with I'm in the middle of reading the Dragon Reborn, so I'm at all that parent spoilers for anybody that hasn't read the Dragon Reborn, but Perrin's just helped Gaul. Avienda has just caught up to Nynaeve in the girls, and you can see mentally, just from all the past talks I've had with you guys and the other White Cloaks and other people, you can see where they've ripped somebody out and gave that to Avienda, and how that's going to match up with those audition tapes. So that'll be interesting to go over. So we might do that too. But I wanted to look at this. Let's scroll down, because as we said, the role speculation is, they say so it's Dane, or what? Are we thinking Gowan more likely? What do you guys think? Do you guys think this guy is handsome enough to be Gallad? He is the most handsome guy in the world.
So
he is probably the most handsome person on the cast.
That might be the case. So people can correct me if I'm mistaken here. My recollection of the attractiveness of male characters is maybe not as good as some of the other experts on lore. I always thought the Gallad was, we'll say, a little bit darker. So like maybe dark brown hair, a little darker, and sort of like maybe complexion's not the right word. So if we look at the other picture that we're thinking is this actor, he looks too light, like blonde, all that stuff.
You're talking about this one up here? That one?
No, I mean, that's his natural coloring, I would imagine. The one that you're going to scroll down to later.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't look like he has, black or brown hair, which is what I always kind of would have thought of Gilad as having, maybe.
Well, I mean, before we even go there, do we think that is the same person? Do we think that is this guy?
I'm more confident in that picture than the one that you're looking at right now. That one, to me, like.
So you think you think this is more him than this one of him stick training? Well, I'm not calling it order training because it's not order training. So you think it's more likely this is him as the White Cloak, than this is him as Gowan or Gilad?
I mean, he could be both, but if you told me I had to pick one of those two that I think is that actor, I would say the one with the white cloaks in the second picture. Nate, what do you think?
Yeah,
you think I'm off here?
No, I'm not sure. I mean, because all these pictures, I mean, it's a whole bunch of, hey, look at what I'm doing here. I'm going to do this here. I mean, I would not put this out of the realm of possibility for them to actually remove the character of Dane Bornhold and completely subvert Gallad into that role completely.
Oh, dude! So instead of there being a Dane, we're just going to go straight to Gallad joins the White Cloaks and goes hog wild.
Oh, I think I agree with Nate on this. I think that's probably what we're seeing here, is that if that first shot with the water training is Gallad or Gilad, I think that what we're going to see in season 2 is going to be him basically at the White Tower for all of like 5 seconds, and then is just going to go full White Cloak. And we've already shown that in the minds of the creators of this show, the White Cloaks are the enemy. The White Cloaks are evil in the Wheel of Prime, even though book readers know that the White Cloaks actually aren't the adversary, right? Like, they're misguided at times, as most of the characters and organizations in the book are. And they're certainly not good, but like, they have a good redemption arc. I don't think we're going to see the redemption arc. I think that Gilad is going to go White Cloak. He's going to do all the bad stuff that the White Cloaks ever did, plus more. And yeah.
Well, real quick here, I want to say hello, Lyle Hammock. Glad you're back. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hail to you, fine gentlemen. There's an article from CBR you should check out saying that Rings of Power should copy Wheel of Prime, since it's an improvement to on the books. I would love to. So I have to stop this share real quick to just see if this. I don't know if this is the one he's talking about. Lau, you're gonna have to tell me if this is it, because we may just take a right turn here, right into this. Is that the one you're talking about, or are we talking about something else, Lau? You tell me, because the Wheel of Time is the fantasy blueprint for the Rings of Power. Is this the one you're talking about, Lau? Because no, it's not. We'll just like I don't like. Oh my gosh, delving into this article could just pop a blood vessel, especially since I'm fresh out of work. So
I think it needs
I put my camera up here. Well, can you check and see if it's bleeding?
So Lyle, let me know if this is it, because this could be fun to hit too.
He says
it needs its own segment. I mean, this and then Rafe Judkins having the audacity to criticize Game of Thrones.
Okay, so this is it.
Like, talk about the arrogance. Rafe Judkins telling literally any other showrunner that they don't know how to do a show.
Oh yeah, right. Oh my god, exactly. No, like, well, but that's him in a nutshell. That guy is in his own freaking world, right? So maybe we'll get back to that today. We'll see. But Lyle, I'm gonna take a look at it one way or the other, because that is just I don't know. It's ignorant. I know you're hoping, for your sake, because I know you're still pulling for Rings of Power, that they do not follow the Wheel of Prime.
I was going to say that Lyle is hoping for good things. He shouldn't be reading articles like that. That's gonna
articles like that may break your spirit, my friend. But hey, you brought it up, so maybe we'll take a look. We'll try and lay off Rings.
And that is totally to Lyle's credit too. He's kind of holding the line there for that in the middle of all of our fandom, because he is one of us. But I have a lot of respect for that from Lyle.
So we think that we think this is more him. I guess. I mean, not that continuity means anything, but like, if this was supposed to be the same person, right? So if we're calling this person that person, we just think that Gallad's going to go. Well, I guess it would have to be Gallad, because it can't be Gawain, right? Well, I guess it could be anything, right?
When you say can't.
Yeah, what am I talking about, right? I mean, come on.
I would have told you that
they're missing that will-do spirit.
Yeah, we'll do whatever the hell we want, right?
The other thing too is if they do morph him into, or Dane into this character and merge the two characters, when does he make that split? Does he make that split when the tower breaks, or does he make that split during season 2?
So
I just there's so many, like, it's amazing. Like, I feel like I can go back to that behind the scenes thing and just keep ripping it apart, because there's so many little things in there that just, like, go ahead, Pips. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Here's what I think we're going to see. If that's Gallad, right? Here's what I think we're going to see. Because we've seen a shot of at least Egwene at the tower as a novice, right?
Yeah.
So we know that the Supergirls are going to be at the White Tower, and then we know that they're going to leave, right?
Right.
Because they have to be in Falm to kill Turok and smite the Dark One, or Tyr, or both, together,
or Tyr May.
But anyway, so we know that they're going to go, right? And we know in the books, Gilad goes to join the White Cloaks because he becomes disillusioned with the White Tower because of the treatment of his sister and the disappearance of his sister, all that kind of stuff, right? So I think that we are going to, in addition to having season 2 cover Moiraine's story that never happened, we're going to cover Galad's story that nothing happened, or never happened. We're going to see Egwene goes to Falm/Tyr, and Gilad is going to go with the White Cloaks. So Valda is right around the White Tower. He's going to join up. They're going to go to Falm.
He's just going to straight join up and end up in Falm. They're just going to teleport.
Just
so
right
we're gonna the oh man
they're not going to teleport. There's going to be a sign at the bottom that says 1 month later.
the Westeros Express isn't going to be active in Wheel of Time. I mean, the funny thing is whatever. Like they've already ruined travel in that show. They already have Tyrion Grill that travel you wherever you are. Waygates are broken. Like it's amazing how anybody doesn't think that this show is already broken, but. I think we've summed this up pretty good. So I think if you're putting money, if you were forced to, you think it's Galad, White Cloak. I'm sort of leaning that way too, and it just ruins everything even more. I mean, I don't know how you can do that. I mean, I still can't get over the spear training as warders. I just read that part of Dragon Reborn of Matt coming upon them training, and it looks nothing like it should.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to imagine somebody who says they're a fan of the series and decides to have Gowan and Galad training with quarterstaves instead of swords.
Well, there's spears,
and get rid of that scene, right? Like,
it's spears too. It's not even quarterstaves. There's spears, and it's just like you that is probably. I know it's one of the scenes I wanted to see, but
I have a theory.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, no. Who's the only warder that we've seen with a spear with season 1?
I don't know. Did we see one? It definitely wasn't Ivron.
It was Maxim.
Max, his buddy that did nothing.
So who is the chief warder, the master at arms?
It's Hammer, isn't it? Like
not in the show anymore. It's gonna be fucking Maxim.
Oh fuck! Oh.
We need more Maxim.
So he's gonna be training them spears instead of swords.
Oh, he's gonna be giving them the spear good. He's gonna be giving them the spear good.
That's Ivron's job.
Pips, I can't tell you how much I hate you.
Oh my god! See, because nobody can use a sword in this show except for Perrin, right? Perrin is the only sword master in this show, right? Because whatever.
Going on Perrin's sword, that is the one thing. So the shills were out in force when that script leaked, and they were like, "This is a fake. It's a diversion." They make these like altered scripts so that people doing the auditions don't like know the show.
Yep.
And they cited the fact Perrin has a sword in this. Like that's clearly not Wheel of Time.
Yeah, right. So and that's what I'm saying. If you start looking at this footage closely, it puts more credence that these auditions are actually lines, because the sword thing right there, it's like, well, Perrin has a sword. What the hell is going on? And then of course the audition is you swing the sword well, or whatever it was. I couldn't get my Avienda voice out. I'm sorry.
Man.
I'll have to work up to it. Maybe I'll redo it with.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll have visuals now, right? She'll just be. I'll just paste her in there, like your sword is big, or something. I don't know. All right. So so speaking of Galad, this is you've informed me this might be a rumor we're spreading. So let's check this out, because
I'm going to say this is a real rumor. This is definitely definitely not something that we said and like the telephone game and I heard it again. No. This is real. This is totally real.
Of course, I closed my window. So we're starting with, let's see here if I can learn how to.
Everyone, tell your friends about this rumor. This is a real rumor.
Okay, so we'll start at the top of the article, because this is another casting. Bentley Kalu. They don't know who he's going to be. I don't know who. He's probably some Sean Chan of some sort. I mean, he's not Turok, but I don't know. So there's not much to go on here, but this is not the main focus of this. You guys got any guesses? Wild guesses on who this is going to be? Another made up character, maybe? Is this Bill the vegetable farmer?
Who did they? That article, I feel like it said it had some theories on it. There we go. Cool. This is what I wanted to highlight in this conversation.
Where are we at?
So second paragraph there, it says that he could be a Sanshan fighter or nobility, hero of the horn, tower guard, or even an Ogier.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's based on he's a big guy. He's got skills in combat, fencing, boxing, wrestling. So why do you guys think they said Ogier? Why would you?
I'm not going to say it, but because of the shade of his skin, maybe. Is that why we went there? Because there's no other reason. There's no reason for there to be another Ogier in the story at this point.
So a guy with combat training, I wouldn't think Ogier, but I'm just an idiot fan of the books. I don't know what you guys think.
Dude, they helicopters, twin axes. What are you talking about? Like they're like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm not. What do you want to get me to say it, dude? Go ahead, Nate.
What Loyal's love interest?
There you go. There you go.
It's gonna be Aerith. It's gonna be Aerith.
Aerith, the they them, right? Is that it?
That's right.
So wait, I missed. So wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the reason
they're gonna whisper sweet nothings into their tufted ears.
Oh my god! What tufted ears? What tufted ears? What are you talking about? Maybe they're gonna play with each other's.
Into their broccoli florets.
Yeah. They're carrot hairdos. That's what they're gonna be going after. So. The main part was because this is where the rumor comes in. So it's what Zayla is it? You say Zayla Mendez Jones? Is that how you pronounce it, Pips?
I don't know. Zelia, maybe.
Zelia. So let's see if this takes. So this is her right here. It did share the screen, right? Okay.
This is they.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is they. Yeah. Wait. So this is where I got really confused trying to read this.
You're gonna get canceled for this for sure.
Yeah, I know, but I don't care. Screw it. I got very confused reading this article because halfway through it starts saying they and their and them, and I'm like, are all three of these guys? Which would be great if he was in it. He could be Jeff from Bornhold. I could buy that, right? Let's do it.
We've already seen.
I know. Well, he can be Pedro Nile. Yeah, Pedro Nile, right? Okay, I buy that, right? Go for it. But so you get down to, and this is where your rumor, and I'm gonna let you do the rumor part here because this is you let me on to this. But so here is Mendez Jones completed their training at Identity School of Acting in 2021. They will next be seen in Netflix's Havoc, blah, blah, blah. They will also have a reoccurring role in season 2 of Wheel of Time, also at Amazon. So you can see why I'm confused. I'm reading this last and they're saying they. So I think they're incorporating all three actors. Of course, this person's pronouns are they, them. So there you go. But what is the rumored casting for this, Pips? Go ahead, lay it on them. What do you think this is the rumor?
So you guys heard it here first. We're breaking stories over here. The rumored is that Zelia Mendez Jones is actually going to be cast as Galad. So that means that previous guy can't be it. It's got to be Gowan. It's got to be Dane Bornhold. Is they them definitely going to be Galad. What do you guys think? I mean, Galad is the most beautiful man ever, which means
which means Egwene's going to pine over they.
There you go, dude. This has legs right here. I think we're onto it. Isn't that because now Egwene doesn't have to be with a dude; he can be with the they. Right. Oh,
for sure. Egwene is way too she's just really stymied as a character, not being able to be as beautiful and brave as she should be by being in a cis relationship.
So how about this? We're gonna flip this around. Okay. So that is not. It can't be. So we're gonna say that both pictures that we previously saw. That's Gawain. Gawain's not going to be Egwene's love interest. Galad is going to be her love interest in this. So that is Gawain taking Galad's. They flipped them. So now Galad is Gawain and Gawain is Galad. Gawain's going to join the White Cloaks.
All of this
is so off the rails.
All of this sounds in keeping with season 1,
right? Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We're having a little fun here with that, but. Good Lord, if that's true.
They are half siblings.
I'm just saying that this actress, actor, I don't know. Is they an actress? I honestly don't know. That's a real question. Chat, help me out. But this actress, I'll use it until someone corrects me, definitely has Galad's coloring, right? I was talking about it. Galad, dark of hair and eye. Dane backed me up in the chats. So if he says it, you know it's true.
Yeah, right.
I mean, look at those sculpted cheeks. I mean, that is a good looking.
I'm not saying they is good looking. I'm trying my best here, but oh my god. So
at least
Don't stop trying.
at least
I
you
mean,
used the right
seriously.
verb. They said they are. Like I don't. If you're going to use a singular they and a plural verb, like come on.
yeah, my head hurts too, Dovey. But Tomitsu,
No,
I hope I said it right. Tomitsu, it seems to me that the teaser should have come out at JordanCon and do the real trailer at Comic Con. They did less for fans again. JordanCon was like a big nothing as far as I know. So I mean, I don't feel like they do much of anything at JordanCon. I mean, at least not this release to us. I mean, you can sort of get it online, but Jordan Collins always been sort of low key nothing, right? So my guess is the reason they saved this for Comic Con is probably they didn't have anything else that they were ready to show. I mean, and Comic Con in San Diego is the big, platform, right? It's much larger than Jordan Con. Jordan
no.
Con's pretty tiny, especially compared to San Diego Comic Con. So I
Well,
think
who
you're
knew
right.
Amazon for being inept at doing anything right publicly?
Maybe they had to soften the blow for their Rings of Prime or Rings of Power stuff, right? They knew they were dropping a big old deuce center stage in conference room H, and they were like, oh, look over here, something for you to be mad about that's not called Rings of Power.
Wait, Dave 3 demand. People keep saying that the Clue guy will be in IEO. Who like
Well,
that makes no sense.
he's closer to who they cast for Avienda.
Yeah, I see. That's the other thing. We can talk about it for days. They've mixed up so much. You can't tell who is who. It's
Yeah,
one of
Right.
those. I can't tell who's an IEO. I can't tell who's a Sean Chan. I can't tell who's an Edmonds Fielder. I can't tell an Andoran because they're all just mixed together, and
It's a huge problem. And then you sit there and you cast people like this with these stupid pronouns. Rosie in the chat has a right. It offends my grammatical sensibilities. I
yeah.
mean, what they do to language, period, is
when you
is
say
an absolute travesty.
when you say what they do to language, do you mean Zelia or do you mean?
I mean, actual plural people, not this bullshit.
Well, it makes your head hurt. Like I'm sitting here, I have to think about a
Yeah,
sentence I'm trying to say. It's like I'm just like, uh, it's just like eventually it's like, well, screw it. I'm gonna offend somebody. I don't care. I'm just gonna go with what I know, and if you don't like it, so
right.
what? Right?
Your brain retardation is on a spectrum, not your genitals.
Dane pointed out in the chat Bentley Kalu as Ruark. I thought the same thing for a brief second, and then I remembered Ruark is going to have to be completely emasculated, subverted, undermined. His role as the clan chief and the guy who goes to the stone and all that stuff, even if we even see the stone, is going to have to be taken away from him, which means that he's going to have to be someone more of a beige person.
Do you think there's even going to be a Ruark, or do you think they're going to just send the wise one down? And
no, I think
going to be Fardice Mai.
I think there's going to be a very incompetent sort of beige, like an eggshell person. Maybe something in that sort of tone. Disparo would point out, I need to get my color scale to figure out which one it is.
Well, so Lyle is asking, hey Dane, you're the Wheel of Time lore guy. Are Rand, Gowan, and Moraine related? Because I have my suspicions. So I know I don't know how far you are now, but I don't. I guess it's not really.
Yeah, Lyle. Before we answer
related.
anything, Lyle, what book are you on?
Yeah, that's a good thing to ask because I don't want to ruin anything for you, Lyle. But I don't know that'll ruin too much.
It's not stuff. Like their whole thing is not hugely important to anything, but like,
yeah,
it can range anywhere from between no to maybe to yes.
Yeah, you can hit the whole spectrum, right?
Read and find out.
Yeah, oh God, yeah,
Niner.
Oh, my goodness. So I brought up here. So we're back to the. This is the Q&A here. Let's go back up here to the top. So this is okay. I can't do that.
What a great picture. Go back up to that.
Are you gonna make me? All right.
Okay,
there you go.
Hips. What the hell is wrong with you, man?
Who are they casting that good-looking gentleman as? Are we gonna see that guy on screen?
Maxim's fluffer.
It's hard to tell because he's as attractive as half the people cast in the show. So I mean, it's
that's a good point.
You can't pick him out of the lineup.
Good Lord, you guys, too much. So we read through a few of these on Salty Texas Sea's channel. So if you're interested, we're not going to go over all the same ones again because I think there's still quite a few we didn't get to. I think we got to about here. I don't know if it's. We'll just start here. Why not? I'm not. I think we did the Hopper one, but we'll just start. This is good. Seems like a good springboard because it just makes me. I don't know if I don't know if I said it before, but him yelling at people about respect for Hopper makes me sort of ill. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's like angry typing there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's yelling. He's yelling, going, "Respect Hopper." It's like you can't even. You made Hopper a little tiny little wolf, and then like he ran through the White Cloak camp and did nothing.
That wasn't a wolf.
Right. Yes.
That was a dog, right? I mean,
it was a dog.
I mean, he's responding in all caps, and so it's just like his response or his statement to George R.R. Martin. It's like, what? There are so many holes in George R.R. Martin's, and he's like, no one's giving respect to Hopper, especially you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
zero, right? I mean,
he's very defensive about mentions of Hopper for sure. I think it's not looking good for Hopper.
Well, because
I think he's trying to find a way to splice in the nothing from Neverending Story.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, it always makes me like I always wonder because I've always ran with the theory that we're gonna have werewolf Perrin, because you won't like me when I'm angry and my eyes get yellow when you whip me and I'm completely useless. And it makes me wonder if they're going to even attempt to do anything with the communication of the wolves, or if he's just going to stare at them with his mouth open and then he's going to go, okay, or something like that. Like, I have no idea.
Can I just say one thing on how completely full of shit he and his answer is on this?
Oh yeah.
So if you guys recall, Brandon Sanderson said that he did win a couple arguments about things that had to be changed in the first couple shows or episodes of season 1, right?
Right.
And if you recall, one of those things was Perrin, the bear brother. Perrin was supposed to talk with bears, not wolves, and Sanderson won the argument of like, no,
wait,
that's
what?
ridiculous.
Where the hell? How did I miss that? What?
Rafe Judkins was going to have Perrin communicate with bears.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah. So the idea that Hopper is somebody who Rafe Judkins respects, bullshit. He was literally going to write him out of the story completely as a freaking bear.
No, he was just gonna I guess what is that still race change? He's gonna race change Hopper from a wolf to a bear?
Animal swap.
They're even race changing
swap.
It's
the
swap. So they're even screwing with the animals. They're gonna put a Grom in a freaking
I'm just gonna say it. You heard it here first, guys. Rafe Judkins supports the SS species swaps.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so let's see here.
What was he going to call? Was he going to call him Pooh? Is he going to bring in Pooh Bear?
I just think that's
and that's going to replace Hopper.
I think that
big and yellow.
Rafe Judkins was just doing some self-insertion. Perrin the bear.
Self-insertion.
Okay, so
there
Dave
we go.
3D Man says Amazon wanted bears because they thought the wolves were too similar to Game of Thrones. Well, I get that to a point, but they didn't even use the freaking. And part of it is I thought they wanted their Game of Thrones. That's one. Two, they barely used the wolves in Game of Thrones. They freaking totally sidelined the wolves, which was one of the coolest parts of Game of Thrones. They got totally shelved. At least they look like in some parts look like dire wolves. But like they completely sidelined them in there. So it's like, what's the difference, right? So and I'm sure that bears are much easier to CGI than wolves or to control than wolves. It's like, can you think just look at how wonky those Trollocs looked and imagine a giant bear or trying to have a trainer like control a bear like mauling on the Wheel of Time set. Bear trainer lost control of wild bear and it ate somebody, right? I mean, I can only imagine what a mess.
We could have only been so lucky to have the dire wolves from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean,
Oh
if
my gosh.
only there would have been some article like that where it was talking about the victim being Rafe.
Rafe Judkins mauled by bear. There was much rejoicing.
Oh my, like,
Yeah.
well, I shouldn't wish death on somebody, but
No.
I didn't say dead. I said
mauling.
mauled.
Yes, mauling. Sorry,
He
sorry.
survived.
Sorry, I went over the line.
The
I'm
severe
sorry.
maiming.
Severe maiming, so he can't direct anything ever again. Okay, I'm with you. Got it. All right,
Which
so
can
let's
be
see here.
technically said that he can't do that anyway, but
So I just want to show that this is a bang up site, because you can see right here you have this one right there, and then 2 down you have the same question. So way to edit your stories, guys. But any hints on Moraine's journey in season 2? It's much expand. This is Rafe now. Should I pull out a Rafe voice here? Rafe voice? No, I'll just read it. It's much expanded from her in books 2 story, but built out of the core of that and the couple relationships that were not explored in the books. I think we did. So I'm almost positive after I've now read this. I know we answered this on Salty Texas Seeds channel, but have at it, Pips. I don't think you said your piece. Let's say your piece on this load of bullshit he just sprouted out.
I mean,
because real quick, because we need new relationships. We can't, we don't have time for all the characters or all the relationships that are in the book, but we're going to explore more of the unexplored relationships of Moraine that weren't in the books. Sound like a load of bullshit to anybody else? It sure does to me, but go ahead. Sorry.
The only thing that I can think of with this, and you're 100% right, like, oh, we don't have enough time to shove more shit into this that wasn't there. Apparently you have all the time you want if it's something you want to show.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I can think that they're planning on doing with Moraine is going to be in Kyrian doing the whole Game of Houses stuff. She's going to be doing her Kyrian and backstory. We're going to learn all about her family and all this stuff. Her relation with Rand as sort of like an aunt, sort of like cousins and stuff.
That was going to be my question, just because
cousin by marriage, whatever.
Well, just real quick, because it's funny, because Lyle Hammock brought up the question that I see Dane is handling. Thank you, Dane, as always. But do you think they're going to lean into that, and they're going to make, because you got Gowan in the audition thing talking about her her aunt ruining his life.
Yep.
Rand is loosely related, really loosely related to Moraine, and then you got Moraine. So do you think they're leaning into that, and they're going to make that like a thing?
I think they're leaning into it, but I also want to throw out who was the Aes Sedai that was in Kyrian with Rand and Perrin and Loyal in the books?
Wait, say again.
Who was the Aes Sedai that was with Rand and Perrin and Loyal in the books?
It was
Varen. Exactly. Yeah. So either 2 Aes Sedai filling the same role as one, or replacing the one and putting in Moraine. Varen's role is going to be reduced. That's my call right now. And if Rafe Judkins does that, screw that dude.
Well, because Varen's like, that's the thing. They're removing so many interesting characters and either taking their stuff, their scenes, and shoving them where they don't belong, and just hey, Varen's here, and she's nothing like what she's supposed to be, but hey, Varen's here, right? It's one of those. It sort of dawned on me that how far into the books they're reaching to pull stuff out, and sort of, because we just went over Super Saiyan Nynaeve in the White Cloaks rewatch, right?
Yep.
I teared a little bit because it was so emotional. Moraine died again. She's getting really good at dying.
So many fake deaths.
Yeah, so many. Yeah. We're prepared for all the fake. Thank you for killing all these people off. We're prepared for all the real deaths to come. Right.
The fake deaths are getting us emotionally prepared for the real ones.
But just today, I read the part of the Dragon Reborn, and I almost feel like not almost. I 100% think that is Rafe or Rajnor or whatever the hell, idiot head, yanking the scene where Nynaeve can't heal Elaine because her herbs have been taken when they got captured and they're about to be given to the Fades. That's him taking that scene where she just goes ballistic and just, tries to piece together what she knows and just heals her. And it freaking almost kills her. It really hurts her. That's what he's doing. He's just pulling that over and going, okay, well, this will work here now. And it's like, no, it doesn't. You just ruined Nynaeve.
It's interesting you bring that up. One of the arguments made about the we'll call it the AOE heal spell that she used there
She should be,
was that scene where they were like, well, she was healing Elaine and Egwene got her headache cured by proximity. So like that's how it works. And I was like, well, Egwene was touching Elaine. So like the
her
was
headache
in
was
body contact.
Her
together.
headache was her head. I just read it. Her headache's gone.
The headache's gone.
Her headache's gone. She didn't get she felt like a chill, but her headache was gone. Like she was fine.
That's my point, is that she felt like she felt contact with the healing weave, right? But she wasn't healed. But that was the scene that people used to justify Nynaeve's area heal. So I think you're making a good point that like
it's not just and it's not justified. She like
it's not. It's bullshit.
They took a very it's a shame because Nynaeve is such an interesting character and they could have done it right.
Great character.
She just all the issues you've taken, especially the girls, and the girls overcome a lot of their own obstacles to become who they are. Nynaeve overcomes probably the most. She's got her anger issues. She's got her she's learned how to. She's got her insecurity. She's learned how to do everything through herbs and stuff. So she got that as a crutch. So she can't channel unless she's angry. She can't heal unless she's got her herbs. And she's insecure about all this. And she's feels she's holding the boys and all the kids from Edmonds Field on her shoulder, trying to be responsible for all of them. You've eliminated all of that. Mm-hmm. All of it's gone. And you don't get to see any of her growth. She's already there. Right. And that's, you're sprinting to the finish without even putting in any of the interesting stuff at all. So, did you want to say anything on this, Nathan, or on this one?
So with Maureen, the theory now, again, the idea that she's going to go to Carrion, and we've already seen pictures of her and Lan having night strolls on the beach. Carrion's nowhere near a beach. Now, I know that geography and setting things in factual elements of stories doesn't matter to Rafe. I don't know that I'm quite there yet. Now, that's not to say that she can't still go through that arc that you were describing outside of Carrion, but I don't know I'm quite on that level yet. But I'm still trying to sit there and also reconcile how they're going to be in Falma. And then also, as with what you pointed out with the map, Steve, that's going to be down in Tyr. Are they going to do Falma in 4 episodes and then jump over to Tyr in the last 4? They are screwing this thing upside down with a sideways shovel in so many different ways that season 2 has less hope of season 1 of being as good as
Trolls
2.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, if I can hop in here, I got 2 things to pitch to you. So one, I'll give Dane Bornhold credit. He drunkenly pointed this out. The map that we see in the trailer, if you look at the orientation of the mountains, they have little chevrons drawn on mountains on the map. That actually makes north was to the left on that map, which makes it a western coast, not a southern coast. Okay. Unless these people are idiots and don't know how to draw mountains on a map.
They're idiots. It's Tyr.
Right? It's possible. But so he made
it was Falma.
He made a point saying that like the map does look like it'd be a western shore. But there's a river there that isn't there in the map. So it supports the theory that he and others have had about them just combining the 2 locations.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, so how do they get from Kyrian to Tyr? The teaser showed us 2 way gates.
Yep.
One of them was theorized as being in Barthanes' manor with like the forest kind of stuff around it.
Yeah.
And the other is on the beach. And I've already said I think that this season is going to have fast travel out the freaking wazoo.
Oh yeah.
They're going to go back and forth through the gates all the time. The portal stones are going to be gone, obviously.
Gone. No portal stones. No,
can't have that.
Yeah. No,
the way gates
the way gates are going to be severely overused.
Yes.
Loyal. That's the only reason Loyal is going to be with Perrin's group searching for the horn is so they can get through the way. Sorry, go ahead, Nathan.
Well, and that makes his criticism of George R. R. Martin even more hilarious.
Oh my god,
it's so good.
Real quick here, we have another guest. We have the man himself, Salty Texas C is here.
Hey,
buddy.
Guys, what's up?
Hey,
yeah, I'm here at 1 p.m. Central. So yeah, I'm here.
No, dude, you are the busiest man on the planet Earth. So
it's okay.
Like,
don't let me interrupt your flow. I'm here. Let's talk about the genius. The once in a generation voice that is
lyrical motherfucking wordsmith.
No, I mean, no. I'm going to say that no one could write a fantasy story the way Rafe Judkins can. Let's just say that, and that's a really, really good thing. Unless your name is Payne and McKay, you know. But, yeah.
Stories the good authors couldn't write.
So we're just continuing.
Stories the good authors wouldn't write.
So we're just continuing the Q&A that we did. I forgot where we left off. So that's where I know we hit the Moraine thing. So we're just going to continue on here. And so I don't remember if we favorite type of gin. Who cares?
Who cares?
I don't really give a crap. So that's one of those. Can you drop a hint about something you're looking for? So we did this one, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did this one, didn't we? Your pick makes me excited. Your pick makes me excited about where Leandrin's character goes. Does she die? Because that would be fantastic.
There we go. I have some visual aids as to what Leandrin's character is going to be doing.
Hold on, I'm not even on the screen yet. Let me finish. Your picture makes me excited about where Leandrin's character goes in season 2. We are so lucky to have an amazing KM in the show, and you will love, hate her Lily. What is her Lily?
What about the gin, asshole? You didn't answer the question.
What is
gin?
her Lily?
Come on.
All right, visual aid time. Do we get the visual aid already? Did I miss it?
I already did it. How many times do you want me to do it? All right, there we go.
There you go.
We
Sorry.
I'm Leandrin. I'm Moiraine. I want to scissor you. Oh, yes, please. It's not in the canon, and Reds hate the Blues. Well, yes, they do, but let's scissor. That's season 2. All right, that's a wrap, folks. You guys,
hold on. Here we go.
Spoiler alert.
Not a thing, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir.
You beat me to it.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, Nate.
Oh man, so this is just more
time.
This is more just bullshit, like, because it's like, you know, you're taking another character that is widely hated from the series, Leandrin, and you're trying to make her sympathetic. You're giving her a lot more screen time in story development than she deserves. Nobody cares about Leandrin's backstory. Nobody cares about Leandrin, period. We don't want any Leandrin. Leandrin sucks. So
right. But this is intersectional storytelling. So you have to build the bottom of the pyramid. So this is a Caucasian blonde character. So she's the least disenfranchised, least victimized. So you have to set that floor. Then would be somebody who is a different race, maybe, and then there's somebody who's different race and different gender. And then there's somebody of different race, different gender, who's maybe differently abled, missing an arm. And then you just go up this pyramid until you get to the king of the disadvantaged. And that's what season 2 is going to do, is to remind everyone of their privilege. The fact that this has any names at all from Robert Jordan's world is, once again, merely coincidental. Seriously.
So you think that it's not a coincidence that Rand, the Dragon Reborn Althor, is skinhead in season 2?
No. It's taken away his individuality. That one thing they're doing is they're making Rand have less on the screen. Yep. And that's all I can come up with. I don't know, either that or some fetishization from a non-heterosexual standpoint. I don't know. All I know is it's not about Robert Jordan. It's not about the Great Hunt. It's some crazy.
No.
It's just something they're pulling out of their ass. In which Rafe Judkins literally, it's the same thing that we're going to get in the Rings of Mediocrity. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think, and that's, I think the more and more we're going to see here is, I think they're skipping most of the Great Hunt straight up. Like, I mean, not that they're writing anything of anything, but they're skipping. Like, if you got no Portal, you got no Rand. Yeah. Well, yeah, right. I mean, come on, what are we talking about? They've skipped the whole. They haven't even started the books yet, right? So,
we got half a new spring and then a bunch of shit.
The world was this thick, and they skipped that much of it.
Yeah, I'm going to make a suggestion, and instead of reviewing how terrible everything is on the screen, which I think you could do in 5 minutes, but if you make review videos of this, talk about what should have happened. And because, I mean, I'm trying to change what I'm doing. You guys don't have to do it, but this is going to be a steaming pile of dog vomit. And it's going to have all kinds of flags and stickers on it and labels. And if you don't like it, you're an istinophobe and afraid of different genders and LGBTQ plus. That's all they got. So if that's the case, they can sit there and roll around in this vomitous mass that is Rafe Judkins' non-adaptation.
Dude.
So maybe we can talk about what Robert Jordan's world is and why we love it. You know?
Yeah. Nate just had a bomb go off in his head. What's up, dude?
Yeah, the dragon flag is going to have the new pride flag behind it.
No, don't. No.
Why not?
It's going to be multicolored.
Are you a bigot? Are you a bigot, Steve?
Well, like, I tried to say they, them like 8 times. You missed it. I was trying to they, them a whole article, but, you know, I struggled.
Why bother? Why bother? Why bother? It's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough.
That is going to hurt to see the dragon banner like that. And you saying it, like, we always keep saying this, like, whatever you can think of, it's going to be worse.
Yeah. Lyle, what's up, dude?
Which means it will change over time because they have to add more stripes on that stupid fucking thing anyway.
The banner will just be like,
well,
it'll go on for an hour.
If it's Rafe Judkins, it just needs to have one long brown stripe down the middle.
There you
because
go.
That's what he's done with the Wheel of Time adaptation.
Shaped like a penis.
Nate, what do you think? The dragon banner might still be the dragon banner, but the banner of the light, definitely the flag you just mentioned.
It's counterfeit. All of this is counterfeit. All of this is the agenda comes first, and it comes first based on ESG scores. Like it or not, these corporations, these monolithic entities, that is the first thing. The story is only vaguely there. You know, they'll do jump cuts to come up with much like we saw with the Rings of Power trailer. They'll hide everything that they're actually doing. And they'll give us maybe little glimpses of the characters from the books as they've named them.
Yeah.
But it won't be until you sit down and you watch an episode where you realize, oh my God, they literally edited this oh God, I want to say so many things right now. Like the current administration's perception on recessions. We'll just say that. So yeah.
Well, and Matt's band of the pink hand will be a hand that looks like this.
Yeah. Band of the pink hand. Oh my gosh.
No, it'll be the big rubber fist. It'll be the band of the big rubber fist, man. That's what it's gonna be.
Holy crap.
We're painting a banner that'll look like the anal intruder from Top Secret. Took us hours to wipe the smile off his face.
I'm sorry I derailed your show.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, I love it, dude. No, you know I love it. So, but yeah, band of the pink hand. I don't even want to think about it. All right, Crows 92. I think we finally got to one we didn't see. So I have a cheat question about season 1. What is the biggest change in episode 8 that was brought by COVID restrictions compared to what you had originally planned? Raffaele. The thing I liked the least was we originally had Egwene using wisdom what the fucker? Using the wisdom skills she learned in the pilot from Nynaeve to help her after channeling in Faldara. But last minute COVID changes on the day didn't allow for the same amount of touching ladies. So it got switched and I face melt emoji.
Oh, you know what's crazy is there are those of us who thought maybe in the beginning that there was a whole bunch of Rand stuff that maybe they just cut out. they never even wrote it. They never wrote the show to be about the Dragon Reborn. They never wrote it about Matt Cawthon. They never wrote it about Perrin. They just wrote it about Egwene and Nynaeve.
And Moraine, yeah.
Well, and the executive producer, Rosamund Pike, and then the fact that her name is Moiraine is incidental to the entire writing of the show.
That goes without saying. She is Moraine in name only, as are most of the characters. Well, all the characters in the show. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that deleted scene that they released, I mean, basically proves it. It's like you released a deleted scene. Who's it of? Well, it's the person that we all said is your favorite and who you want to be the main character of the story, and you don't even hide it.
Both deleted scenes.
Yeah. Did they release the second one?
They haven't released it yet, but they said what it is. It's Egwene talking with Tam.
Yeah. So Egwene, because that's what I want to see. I want to see Egwene talking with Tam. I don't want to see Rand talking with Tam. Yeah, we talked about that, right? Yeah. Don't want to see Tam all that stuff with Rand and the relationship building. We want to see Egwene talking to Tam. So
I just want to say this answer again is such bullshit. Just like he was never going to show Hopper, they were going to show fucking bears, right? In this answer, Egwene never learned wisdom skills on screen. That never happened. So the idea that he planned to do wisdom skills in episode 8 and COVID forced me to do. I'm not responsible. It's COVID's fault. It's like, no, that's bullshit. You're lying to me right now. I can prove you're lying because the thing you're saying you wanted to do wasn't possible for you to do from the way you filmed the actual show.
I'm still convinced, guys, and I said this going back to I think episode 4 or 5 last year, is that they shot the show. I think they shot most of this show and then threw a lot of it away. Because you remember we got that script, that first script that seemed a lot more adult, and which would make sense why they aged the characters up so that Matt could go down on a girl outside of the bar in the middle of Emmons Field. And but I was talking to Disparu when we were hanging out, I don't know, like a week or two ago, filming the Fire of Fandom video series that I'm doing. And we talked a lot about Wheel of Time. And nobody's seen this video, and I want to put it out, but I will sum it up to this. Disparu feels like I do, that script that got leaked was legit, and that there is a great possibility that they actually shot
most of it. Yeah.
So I'm not crazy. And I think it's comments like this with her wisdom skills. There was maybe a whole other show and Rafe just can't keep this stuff straight.
Yeah. I think that's because what wisdom skills? That's the first thing it comes to mind. What are you talking about? There was no wisdom skill. What, she pushed her into a river? And she flew? Like what? Like, I don't know. Where are you getting wisdom skills from any of that?
She threw her ass off a cliff, which I'm fine with if only she lived, and then we had to deal with her character for the whole first season.
Salty, I think you're 100% right. There's one scene that we saw in the show that I think basically proves it. I mean, the existence of the deleted scene, I think, does a long way of proving it as well.
Yeah.
With the Nynaeve is pouring the red dye that looks a little thicker than the other dye. It looks like it might be animal blood. But the scene that we see is Matt walking out of a barn, pocketing the bracelet that he then tries to pawn to Padme. And we know from the script what happened in that barn, how he got that bracelet. So that was clearly that was the finish of the scene, and they just cut the scene before that, right? You wouldn't have removed it in the script and then still shot the scene that way. So you're totally right.
Agreed.
So we got a super chat here from Lyle Hammock for $10. Thank you, sir. I think this is Leandrin. Is that what you're saying? Leandrin won't be shielded and left by Mogandine as a servant. And hello, Salty. Thank you for convincing me to read the series. Lord of the Rings will always be my first, I'm hoping, love, but Wheel of Time is quickly becoming my second hail. And to follow up for $2 said, also, Salty, still no P.O. box yet. You're killing me. Get on it, Salty. Jesus.
Let me just respond to that. First of all, Lyle Hammock is fantastic. Lyle, if you want to be part of the Fire of Fandom video, if you're on Twitter, hit me. Or leave a comment on one of the Fire of Fandom videos. We are over 30 interviews now, and there are some larger channels that are interested in coming on. So if you guys don't see me, it's because if you've taken a look at the playlist for my Fire Up Fandom videos, there are 26 videos which are fully edited, recorded, have graphics, music timed out. So if nobody's hearing from me and I'm not live streaming, I'm doing that. But Lyle, I would love to have your voice. Anyone who's a channel member, I'd love to. You guys can find me on Twitter if anyone's interested. Steve is part of it. Nathan is part of it. Pips, I don't know if you're going to be part of it or not, but anyway,
there's the tryouts ongoing.
No, just because I have so much free time. So yeah.
And let me sit there and say this: I love the second one from Lyle, because that has been a running joke, I think, now for 5 months. He's holding Corey's feet to the fire. I love it.
I'm just ready to give him my home address because it's Texas and I'm a 2A guy, and I love Lyle, and it's just like, just send him to my house. I don't care. I trust Lyle because I know I've sent Lyle stuff, so I know where Lyle lives, and it's like, I'm basically harmless. So
it's good. It's just a great example of good brotherly ribbing, and I think it's fantastic stuff.
I'm so offended. We should cancel you.
Who? All of us? I thought we were all canceled already.
Well, there's a lot. There's
to
too much.
Someone who's not on social media.
Hashtag so white. Hashtag 2 sausage. Come on, guys.
What?
Just the tips.
What did I miss? Oh my goodness. And just real quick, Leandrin won't be shielded. Nobody's going to be shielded. Like, there's a whole bunch of. Leandrin's going to be the bestest ever. We're going to feel bad for Leandrin.
I just want to jump in here. With the drop of the man in North Harbor, they did make Leandrin straight, and they did the shielding of Moraine, who they've introduced as not straight. So Salty, order of oppression there. Leandrin's fair game for getting shielded and left.
Oh, true.
She's a straight white person. She is. She's vulnerable, very vulnerable.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It just, again, like, it makes my brain. This is just a knockoff. It's a knockoff. It's counterfeit, and it's much like what I think we're going to get, the Rings of Power. If we don't like it, they're going to call us isynphobes. They did it last season. Rafe threatened to change the sexuality of characters. He made good on that promise for season 2, and we're going to hear, well, what's the difference? What difference does it make if they're gay? What difference does it make if they're trans? What difference? Well, you know what? It's not Robert Jordan's effing story.
Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You couldn't have said it better myself, sir. Oh, how did the same guy get 2 questions, by the way? Like, was anybody
do you want to know? Do you really want to know? What he had to do for that? Yeah.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, right. So will we see more than one of these cities in season 2?
Shake weight.
Yeah. Shake weight. Oh my God, you guys!
Wait a minute. Wait, time out. You guys remember that crazy little teaser thing where it looked like they were on Tatooine and the Aiel looked like they were from Dune? And you remember we were hypothesizing what city that was that looked like it was out of the Mummy movies.
Yes.
Which one on that list? It's not Carhan. Is it Ter or Falme?
I still think I think it's Terme. Terme. Yeah, I think it's both. Yeah, I really think it is. Yes, they're all there. Yeah, of course.
Why don't they just call it Chicago? Why don't they just call it? Let's just call it Mogadishu, because who gives a shit, right?
Just call it Tatooine. Screw it.
The lore,
and they're all
the lore in the world building, and Robert Jordan is apparently so odious and an encumbrance to putting agenda into yet another fantasy property. Why even pretend anymore? Why? It's not Robert Jordan's world.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and Corey, all these stories will be smaller than the town that you live in.
It's true. But they'll be very diverse. It'll look like a Benetton ad everywhere you go.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell who's who or what's what. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah. So let's see. Are you sticking with the fun cold opens? Yep, it's our ode to the out of. What the fuck is he talking about? It's our ode to that. It's our fuck you, man. Let me finish. It's the ode to the out of POV characters in the book, and we will always have them.
So
go ahead, Chips. I know you got a lot to say about this.
All I want to say is, to my knowledge, and I know Dane is lurking in the comments, so he'll tell me if I'm wrong. To my knowledge, there's only one out of POV chapter in the entirety of the series. There's only one, and it is the Eye of the World prologue. That is the only one that is a third-person unlimited POV. All the other ones are like a third-person limited, where like it's from a person's perspective, you get their thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to me that this giant gaping maw / turd sandwich of an individual could have the audacity to fucking make this statement after removing the prologue from the fucking show.
Well, look, honestly, like, I'll be honest, like, this could be like if it was somebody that wasn't an idiot and didn't even know what Wheel of Time was, you know, having cold openings was some like an Elias thing or even a Logain thing like they did, or like that could be a cool way to get some background on some other characters, but you can't trust these people to do anything like that. They're just gonna do, you know, pregnant woman kills 18,000 guys and then has a baby.
Wait, whoa! How do you know that was a woman? That could have been a pregnant man.
Well, to be fair, they did just cast the they them, so I'm just the they them killed everything on the mountain and then ran up Dragon Mount, put the baby on top, and then just pieced out. Just like boom.
Well, and I'd like to know from the questioner, what is your definition of fun? Because you're obviously using that in such a loose terminology like pronouns are used these days.
You keep on saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Like I didn't think that. God, like anybody that thought that they were fun. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna read Lyle's. Shush, Lyle Hammock, $50. Well, I don't want to remember cold openings. I get 8 more of them. Great. I'm so excited. How many of them are gonna be about Leandrin and Hopper making little bear babies or some bullshit? Like, what is happening? Like, some of the most idiotic shit is going to happen in the most idiotic shit is going to happen in this show. It is going to be like in Corey or Salty. I'm going to try my best to do it like. But I like when you see a mushroom cloud in Virginia, like that's me.
Oh yeah,
that's just me because I'm going to explode, and then I'm going to try and explain that all the stuff they left out for this bullshit is ridiculous.
We have to do a live reaction video.
Absolutely.
Watch it together. You know, come into somebody's studio. Only one of us will stream it, so we don't give those clowns over there the view count. And then we'll immediately go live, and we will probably get demonetized within the first 8 seconds. And that's going to be okay.
Yeah, when I break something, I'm like, if you want to see, I will break shit.
Yeah, like, this is like catching your fiance sleeping with crackheads. You know what I mean? It breaks your heart. You're like, oh my god, I was so in love. Where's the woman I thought I was gonna marry? Here's the secret: she never was what she pretended to be.
I thought you were gonna say.
So what you hoped for was what you brought to the relationship, and I think that's what a lot of us did coming to Amazon with the Wheel of Time. Now that we're the second time around for the Rings of Power, Steve, Nathan, I've heard you all say the same thing. We're a little older and a little wiser. And, you know, the Wheel of Time can't hurt me anymore. It can't, you know, like I got it out last season. Now this is just going to be, I'm driving by a dumpster on fire, watching mannequins that don't even look like Rand and Perrin and Matt being thrown into it. And you know what? I know that they're not real. So why should I give a shit? You know what's real? My books. My books are real. My graphic novel's real. What Rafe Jeskins does? That shit ain't real. Come on.
No. Let me read. Go ahead, Nate. Go.
Okay. As long as the prologues are done in the old tongue, so we can watch Dane just absolutely explode trying to translate them. Then there we're starting to delve into definitions of fun.
Hey,
that would be cool. I'd support that.
It said Sidene, so Sidene is a thing. It's like, no, you freaking goddamn Muppet. It's not a thing. They just said freaking Sidene. Like, it's like I could say shit that doesn't mean anything. Like, did you listen or read the words on the screen? Just because it said Sidene doesn't. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna read this, Lyle. I promise. Lyle Hammock for $50. Thank you, man. Thank you for Salty. I have enjoyed your fandom series and would love. I'm assuming that's love.
Somebody mute.
To be a part of it. Just drop me an email about what to do. Also, thanks for the gear, and don't worry, I'm gonna get Zach's. I bet he hasn't watched my anime recommendations yet either. Well, I don't. This is weird, but thank you for giving me money so you could give a message to Salty.
No,
very weird.
First of all, Lyle, you are incredibly generous. You are,
absolutely
with my channel and Steve.
Yes,
this is it's what keeps you going. And I don't mean to speak for you, but it's wonderful to see that this expanded fellowship that we've built. That the people who watch us are kind of crossing platforms, and not just here, but Purple Valkyrie and Zax and
everyone,
Nathan and everybody. And I'm humbled by that, but I'm writing you an email right now, Lyle. So I'll be off screen.
No, just before we keep going with this garbage, I think that's a great point, because whenever I'm seeing the same people in a lot of places, which is awesome, and I feel like we're almost building a rapport. We're building a nice little, just, I guess, because we don't want to say community is a bad word, fellowship, where we're just almost hanging out with friends and talking about the same thing, whether it's in chat or doing it like this. So I am very humbled by any super chat. It's amazing to me, and I am very grateful. So thank you, Lyle, and to anybody else and all of chat for being here. You guys are awesome. I'm trying to keep up with some of your comments, but I am failing. But Lyle, if you make a channel, dude, let me know. I would love having a huge watch along and just changing channels that we're on, and just all that could be huge fun and awesome, and spreading the wealth, and just rising tide and all that stuff, right? So
instant sub right here if you do, Lyle.
Yeah.
Lyle, I just emailed you, but I have so I'm going to ask this a question, just legitimate question. We never got any merchandise for the Wheel of Time. Now, we talked about this back in December, January. Nathan, Prophet, we did about where's the Dragon Banner, where's the Half Moon Blade, where's a lot of things, right? But what's fascinating is that here we are. They're going on season 2 of what they purport to be a five season television. There's not a coffee cup. There's not a T-shirt, let alone an action figure. You know what? Young Ripa's going to have action figures. EVS, Ethan Van Sciver, has got his own damn action figures. But you make this show and you can't make action figures? Here's the crazier thing. Where's the Rings of Power action figures,
guys? We've talked about that.
I would love for them to try and do a Kickstarter like Reva's lightsaber, and just watch how that thing just burns to the ground.
Well, if that happened, I think Bezos would just buy all of them up anyway, just to make it look like people care, because it's all about the narrative. It's not about reality. It's about perception. 4 + 4 = 5. There's 80 million genders. Communism works. It's all about just narratives,
Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if we can get through this thing. How far? Oh my God, there's no way we're getting through this thing. We'll go a little.
No way.
Cool.
Which book makes fuck? God, man, this guy is gonna kill. Which book make it into season 2? 1, 2, and 3. It's what the fuck?
He's got all of book 1. Why not just start there? Start over.
He's still got all of book 1 to do, right? So it's just.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if you just say, you know what, we screwed that pooch. It was all a dream, a fever dream of Nynaeve, and
if if they had Rand wake up, just prior to winter night and like in a cold sweat, and then like, take the card in the next day, see the Dark Rider, I would be like, hey, I'm willing to give you another shot.
Yeah. Lyle Hammock for $2. I bet the dark one is going to be non-binary.
Oh,
I think you absolutely. I just want to, and you got Doviande say Tovius again. Thank you, member of the channel. I appreciate you, brother. Trying to keep you informed on everything I'm doing. But my brother actually bought me a Wheel of Prime sweatshirt for last Christmas. He knew I was really excited for the show. I didn't have the heart to tell him the show sucked. Yeah, I don't like that's I'll tell you right now, if I can figure it out, I would love to just, if I can find somebody, I would love to just get a bunch of banners.
Okay. There you go. There's your knockoff T-shirts. No disrespect. I'm just saying there's no officially licensed merchandise.
Yeah, well, I would love to just get an actual dragon banner made, get a Band of the Red Hand banner made, just like White Cloaks, like a Golden Sunburst banner, all of like for every, just think of a Red Eagle Manetherin banner like hanging behind, like I don't know, it's such an untapped market, and I want to get one made for myself eventually, just to hang wherever.
I got a question for you, Steve.
Yeah,
because we can see that you're a collector over there. Are you telling me that you're not interested in buying a super sweet katana sort of
looking thing
sword? Is that not on your list? You're not,
what are you talking about? The generic crap from the show that looks like nothing?
Yeah, we're talking about the fact they don't have any merch. It's like,
you know what I really want to buy? I'm gonna see if they'll do this for me. A replica of Perrin's favorite sword that he crafted. And he never leaves home without. That's the one I'm looking for. The Perrin longsword that he gets shoved in his butt by freaking Elias because they're going to be lovers.
Yes,
beat me to it, man.
Oh, sorry.
No,
well, I did think Elias was Fael, so I think maybe Elias is Fael. See, I just was like, so Elias is not only Huron, but he's also Fael. So they will have this love connection, and they'll be wolf bros in more than one way or another. See, yeah.
I mean, we have talked about also the sword that is not a sword. They have multiple access that they can go here.
So here's the question: if Perrin and Avienda hook up, since the Rand Avienda hookup in the books was in a little ice hut, does that make them Eskimo brothers?
Yes.
Yes.
It makes them Eskimo pie brothers.
In a word, yes. In a word, yes. Oh man. Okay, Lyle again for $5. Hey, Salty, can you send me a list of what you use for your channel so I can get an idea of what I need? Also, Steve, is your son remembering the mines? Yes, he's remembering the mines every time he lays those fucking mines down. I'm not. The filter's gone. I've been up for 24 hours. Damn, like that kid, man. Just watch a replay. We did a few of them. We may play tomorrow too because it's his birthday, so he's interested in playing tomorrow. So, but every time we lay a mine down, he's like, "This is for you, Lyle," and he like stacks up 18 mines, and then he blows himself into the freaking roof. So. Go ahead. Hold on.
I did it last time with an enemy. I placed like 4 mines down below him, and then I shot the mines with a fireball, and he went flying straight up.
There's your Easton for the day, folks.
They actually used that in the show. You guys just reviewed that with the Rain and Men scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. You know what? Who knew he was acting that stuff out? Well, I gotta tell you, dude. I have probably the cheapest setup on the planet. And something Salty said to me, and I think rings true. The best advice: get a good mic. The mic in your sound is the most important thing. But go ahead. I see you, Salty. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, a good mic can mean a lot of things. I've got a really nice mic that I bought and tried to set it up, and I don't like it at all. I went back to what I had before. It's $40, and I love the sound that comes out of it. And it's a link that I share with everybody who wants to start a channel. I think the biggest thing is sit close to your mic.
Yeah.
You don't want to stream like this because nobody wants to listen to that.
Yeah.
So that's the best advice I can give. Lyle, I'm sending it now.
No way.
I'm feeling personally attacked over here.
Dobie,
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What are you across the room?
Hello.
Hello.
This is oh my goodness. Yeah, I would buy
There
a
we go.
Band of the Red
White
Hand.
Cloaks
I couldn't guess that.
ASMR.
Oh my god, you guys are killing. All right, let's move on a little bit because I want to wrap this up. We'll try and get through a few more because Purple Valkyrie is going live with good old Disparu here at 3 o'clock, and I would like everybody hopefully to go tune in that, including myself, because that'll be a good one. So I want to make sure I'm done for that. So
I need to drop, guys. So
Yeah,
I need to go help somebody out. But I just want to say thank you for this. Sorry for derailing your show.
anytime.
This was
Thanks for
fun.
coming.
I didn't mean that. I was
Started
just
with
being
Wheel
nice.
of Time. It got derailed
Don't be
automatically.
nice. It's fine.
Yeah,
Just call me an asshole
but,
and be done with it.
yeah, but let's talk about doing some season 2 videos like we did. Hail to everybody in chat. Lyle, writing you now. And again, if you're on social media, which is a lot easier than sending people emails, you want to start a channel, reach out to me, Steve, Nathan, who's not on social media because he's Nathan, and and we'll help you out. But you guys have a great rest of the show. So
bye,
thanks,
everybody. Man. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Take care, brother.
Bye.
All right, real quick. Nice, Easton, my man. Lyle says, "Good job with the mines." Okay, thumbs up. All right.
Real quick, sorry, I gotta say this because I gotta get this out. If the Dark One is non-binary, he's gonna look like the angels from Dogma. You know, with the no genitalia thing going on.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Alexander.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Pips.
You're going to exhume Alan Rickman from the dead.
I don't think that Ragnar has it in him to be halfway as good as Dogma.
No, not at all. Alexander says there are so many iconic banners and symbols that would be amazing to have. No, it's crazy, and I'm trying to work on a few things. I got some things being I'm hoping to try and delve into some of that here soon. Just some creative stuff going on. So we'll see what I can do. But yeah, there's so many cool banners and symbols that could be, you know, pins, whatever. I mean, stickers, all kinds of stuff, right? All right, guys, I got to run. Hail to you all and hail the amazing fellowship. Lyle, thank you so much for being here and your generosity. It's so. Thank you. We'll just leave it at that. Thank you. And if you want to see some more mines at some point tomorrow, we're probably going to be blowing some stuff up. We'll see. But thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. So let us. I see you. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
There you go. Bye, Lyle. All right. So let's see. Where do we finish here? Oh, I have to ask about Gawain, and I guess the lesser brother Galad actually beat Matt and Warner Training in the yard in the show. Right? There's no way they lose on screen, is there? This is an iconic scene from the book, and we are building to a believable version of it. Fuck you.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck you. A believable version?
It's not believable to have a guy with a quarterstaff beat two people with swords. Nope.
Who's also Taviran.
But it is believable to have a pregnant woman with spears kill 7, 8 guys with swords and armor. That's believable.
What a fucking asshole. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know
while she's in labor.
While she's in labor, yeah.
How like the gall to say a believable version. So their believable version is they're just gonna be twirling spears next to each other and they're just gonna be like tap, tap. Oh,
I like that they admit. I like that he admits that it's not going to happen. I like that he admits that he doesn't like the character of Matt and doesn't want to have any good scenes.
Yep.
And I like that he admits that he's a flaming piece of shit.
Yep. No, he pretty much right here straight up says, I don't like Matt. I think that scene is bullshit, which you're an asshole because it's not bullshit. It is developing his character. Like, he talks about his Da being even better than him. And then the freaking, not only that, the head warder, I forget which one it was, comes and says, you know what? The greatest swordsman in the world only lost once. And it was to a farmer with a freaking quarterstaff. It's a lesson for the boys to not be overconfident. That's not believable. That's just, I mean, like, it's completely believable.
Yeah.
And Matt does
Maxim
it several
dropping
times
truth
in the
books.
What's that?
Maxim dropping truth in the books, right?
Yeah.
I just can't believe so he sits here and he says, "Oh, it's an iconic scene." I really, really want to know, when he says something is an iconic scene, what does he mean by that? Is it like, in his mind, is he was like, yeah, that's the scene I think of. That's the icon of the shit that I need to undermine.
Well, I mean, because that's like, when you think about it, that is the time that Matt makes a major turn, and that's pretty much right when it happens. He goes from whiny, bitchy Matt to absolute badass in like the flip of a coin. And Max, it was meant to sound gay because that's how it's going to be in the show. They're going to be twirling each other's spears.
No, they're going to be polishing each other's spears. Don't worry about it.
There you go. Sorry. Dave 3 Demand says, I think believable refers to the fact that Amazon Matt has 0 combat weapons training. None of them do. They do ridiculous katas or whatever you want to call them. They sort of, that's all they do. They don't sword fight. They don't train. They don't do anything. So
just everything we've seen so far from everyone other than a person with 2 X chromosomes can best be summed up by Zoolanders, that they're breakdance fighting.
Yes. Well, and I would be concerned too if you're sitting there taking your fighting cues from Amazon land and getting training on how to take out 3 Trollocs by sweeping a sword at their toes.
Yes. Yeah.
They got big feet. Will weaves appear the same in the coming seasons? They get revamped a bit in season 2. Threads and colors and bears, oh my.
Even the fucking bears.
Fucking asshole. So they're finally figured out that their weaves are going to look even worse because they're just going to start throwing colors in there, and then it's going to be like, oh, I'm making wind with a fire weaves. It's like just throwing color and shit. Like,
so,
I don't know.
So are bears going to come out of her fingers and the strings of weeds are going to be attached to them like leashes?
Like it's spaghetti fingers. Yeah. Like it's a superpower. It's like bears, and they're just going to be colored, right?
I'm looking for something here. I shared it on our subreddit.
So just hold on. Listen to this. Like, can we? This is the people that they're letting ask questions. First, what is G and T? Is that gin and tonic?
Yeah, probably. Apparently,
it's divine.
Drinker, which
Massey the Sassy says, first off, gin and tonic is divine. Second, I want to know if you get more chances to expand the dialogue more to let us see the characters better. We are always trying to. Lots of one-on-one scenes that didn't get shot or didn't make the cuts, but I'm always fighting for them. I think that's where the characters really live or die, and our actors can always deliver when it's just 2 people talking in a room. Blah, 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 gobbledygook. What the fuck does that even mean?
Hey, I'm gonna send something to you.
Are you gonna let the characters have more dialogue? Like, that's basically the question.
The problem is the dialogue that they use. The dialogue that they use is all based around like CW drama. There's no character building in it. So if they're not banging or sitting there having relationship drama, then of course there's not going to be relationship development. And if you're sitting there fighting for dialogue like that, Rafe, which we all know that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, what is this?
So this is from the New Spring graphic novel, which we all know Robert Jordan was heavily involved in. That's healing, apparently, is what's being depicted there. But it's just to show that the fans, as we talked about channeling in this first season, we all had a much more clear idea, because I had actually never seen the graphic novels before this came out. And all of us immediately cued in on this kind of a thing, that like the colors could be done in a way that would make weaving make sense. And you know what? Credit, I mean, 1% credit, but credit where credit is due. The fact that he's recognizing that they served up a shit sandwich and they need to correct things. I'm not gonna beat him over the head too hard for him finally figuring out that Robert Jordan actually is fucking smarter than he is, and he should probably just do what Robert Jordan said to do.
Well, it's one of those things. I just wonder what it's even going to look like. Sorry, go ahead, Nathan.
Probably shit.
Yeah, but his answer is inconsistent with previous answers when he's sitting there saying he's changing stuff in the show here, but he's going to change stuff in the books in prior answers. There's absolute no consistency to any standard whatsoever because their standard completely ebbs and flows with whatever thoughts come out of in those meeting rooms.
Oh yeah, he's gonna change the window dressing. He's gonna change the way that they do the CGI for the weaves. He's gonna change some visual whatever. The White Cloaks will have better costumes. They won't be wearing dresses all the time. But he's not gonna change the underlying fundamental, the message that he's serving up.
And the purpose for that is that he can sit there and say, listen, we listened to the fans. We heard you. We made these changes. It's all, like you said, it's the window dressing. Nothing substantial.
Yeah.
Zero. So let's go on. So we got, what scene have you dreamed of bringing to life the most? And have you filmed it yet? That scene is the final episode of the show. What a dumb fucking answer.
It's gonna be like the wave against the cliff on one girl.
You can't even come up with one. Like, pick one. Like, just pick a scene. You don't gotta, why are you coming up with some bullshit answer? Just pick a scene and go, that's the one I want. And then and then you can add, but I'd really love to film the last battle or something like that. Just some bullshit answer. Like, just answer it.
I like to headcanon here that actually he's thinking of the same scene that I'm thinking of here, because the last scene of this show is going to be flicker, flicker, I've won again, Luce Theron.
Probably. Yeah,
and even if he doesn't make that, I'm gonna fan make that. It will exist.
Yeah, it's good.
And he's gonna know about it. And just knowing that that's going to be the end of the show, whatever he tries to do, that is the official end of this show. Yeah. And he's admitting to himself that'll be the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It would be fantastic. So, all right, let's do a few more here. Yeah. Which new cast member gave you the best? Yep, that's insert name character here moment in season 2 filming? I think this moment will be the first or second trailer of the season. It lives rent free in my mind at all times. All right, so I guess we'll get that when
what's the answer?
The trailer comes out. Yeah, it's instead of just saying Avienda or Egwene, he just gives another bullshit answer. Who cares about that? How many episodes? 8 too many. Are the Wheel of Time origins canon to the TV show? No. Or just a pretty amazing side piece where the stories of the origins aren't the mythology used in the show. So he says the origins are canon.
I like that they're at least admitting canon to the show. Also, the person submitting questions here doesn't know how to spell canon, which is correct for the level of intelligence of show watchers. The show sworn can't do basic spelling. I think that's...
Ooh. Which character had his plot changed? I love how it's his. There's no her. Which character had his plot changed the most compared to the books? Matt, but we're trying to bring the character back to where they should be by the end of season 2. I am looking forward to seeing this bullshit.
Right. And it doesn't answer why. Why did Matt change so much?
Let's go on the record here.
COVID,
Steve,
that's why.
Is Matt going to blow the horn of Valier?
Matt will not. There is no way in hell Matt blows the horn of Valier.
Nate?
Well, unless he mistakes it for Galad.
Or Ivron.
I agree. Matt is going to blow a horn, but it's not going to be the horn of Valier.
Yeah, I don't think there's a chance in hell. I think they're going to... I really don't know who they're going to give it to, but it's definitely... It'll probably be Rand or I know I want to... I don't know. Like, letting Egwene blow the horn of Valier is just a stupid... Or Elaine or some other bullshit. It's just like, come on.
Rand is going to blow the horn, and Egwene is going to be the dragon.
Right. There you go. That's probably about right. But just the fact that, like... Yes, this answer just clearly, we fucked Matt up, and we'll see how much you don't care in the next season because he's going to be nowhere near where he should be. Mm-hmm. The fact that you're making his iconic fight more believable. I can't wait to see the choreography for that. What a freaking disaster that's going to be. Holy crap. Let's see here. What is the journey like for Moraine and Lan? God damn it. Who cares about Moraine and Lan in season 2? What is the journey like for Moraine and Lan in season 2? Will their bond still be masked? Another big departure point for us, except for the fact that we didn't do anything from the books. From the books is making much more story for Moraine and Lan. We aren't sitting these two amazing actors on the bench for a season, so we take what's in book 2 for them and expand it in a huge way. That's all I can say. There's nothing
There's nothing to say other than fuck you. Like
it's like yeah. So and again, it goes with the same narrative of we don't have time to do this, but we're gonna do all this other shit anyways. It's complete just bullshit. Yeah. Why did you guys decide not to make the dagger instant death like in the books? How did Loyal survive being stabbed by the dagger? That story is the best. What?
Just flippant bullshit answers.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It means I don't have an answer for that, so I'm going to make a joke.
It means that was a question asked by someone who's based, and he's basically just saying "fuck off."
So yes. Wait, I want to. So, is he saying that Ogier are immune to the dagger?
No, I think he's literally he just had the idea. Oh, something about Loyal and a steading, and he just wanted to make.
So, are they going to a steading to heal him?
What's a steading? Loyal didn't even mention what a steading was.
I'm on record as saying I think why Loyal survived is because they're gonna pull the Loyal had a book in his breast pocket trope, and that's why Loyal's alive. And it's just gonna be a one line where Loyal is gonna like, thank goodness this was here, and then no one will ever mention it ever again.
My favorite book was ruined.
Yeah.
Dang
we got time here.
What's that? Oh no, okay. I'm gonna. How much we got? Okay, I'll do one or two more, and then we'll wrap up here. So let's see. Let me see if I can find a good one here. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. We're trying to. Will there be a premiere? Who cares about Wheel of Time YouTubers except for this one and these two guys, the real Wheel of Time.
Yeah, let's get the shills. Let's get the shills more.
Will we get? Do you like to dance, Parent Ayaba or Iraba? I always Ibarra. Sorry, I always Ibarra. I don't know why I always mess it up. Stupid question, stupid answer. How far into the books will this? It won't take us into the books at all. I'll answer that for you. We still haven't started Eye of the World. What characters, actors are you most excited? Avienda. I answered. Elaine.
He said Bail Doman. I don't believe him.
No Elias. He forgot about Elias. There are so many. Avienda, Elaine, others that have been both announced but not announced, and of course, Bail Domon because I had to get a guy in there.
He's interested in introducing us to Rand, Perrin, and Matt, who weren't in season 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's enough. Yeah. Also, the big three. I'd like to introduce you to those three guys since they haven't made an appearance yet either. Do the Shan-Chans still use?
I love that he fucking dodged. Look at his answer.
Dude,
how did that make it in? How did that make it in?
Fizzwiz, you are the man. I never seen a ball gag on a dominant. Well, I have, buddy. I've shown a video of it, and you can see a picture of it, you dumb fuck.
Like he showed a video of it in what was released.
Like how does he say that? It's like what? So what is that they have on their mouths? It's a gag. Just say, like
it's either a pacifier. It's either a pacifier or a ball gag. You can't claim he doesn't know what this question's about. This is him. This is him being like, "Oh fuck, we really went sideways on this."
I think that's probably a good one to end on because I will remember exactly where we stopped on that one. The ball gag question.
The next one is about Galad's actor / actress /
What does it say here? I'll read it real quick. Can you tell us?
Don't do it.
What role? Oh wait, are you serious? Hold on. I gotta go back, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Sorry, Pips is killing me here.
He's gonna.
All right, here we go. Can you
Steve's
tell
gonna
us the
explode.
role Zela Mendez Jones? Is it Zayla? Whatever. Mendez Jones
Celia?
will be
Yeah.
playing. Can you tell us the role they, them, there will be playing, please? Zayla is playing the role of knocking their scenes out of the fucking park every time they step on set.
Galad. He can't say it. He means Galad.
Oh my!
Pretty sure I saw Uno in the behind the scenes
Oh.
interested in how it's possible
Oh.
after last season. He's breathing. Watch close. What a giant piece of shit.
Uno had a book in his pocket too.
Yeah, Uno had I want him to just take in a pocket
In a
watch.
setting.
He's like, "Oh, my pocket watch, blood and ashes. You've wrecked my
They'll probably
daddy's pocket watch."
spiritualize the steading so that the steading exists in all of us.
Dude, I love the ball gag guy. That guy is the freaking
Based. Fucking
MVP
based.
MVP of this
Yep.
stream. He's laying out truth. But yeah, so guys, we're gonna wrap it up for today because like we said, Purple Valkyrie, go give her a look here after the stream. She's got Disparu on.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna be talking about all kinds of cool stuff. I hope I'll hopefully be over there shortly. But just hey, Nathan, Manethrin, what you got going on? Quick, plug your channel
Well,
if you want.
This week I'll be on Salty's stream on Tuesday. We'll be doing Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesday over at OBG70. Just dropped a few videos over the week covering the Rings of Power trailer briefly on a few items, and then actually just dropped one earlier today covering a comic book. So check that out,
Nice.
and that's what I got.
Pips, what thanks, man. Pips, what you and the White Close, what you guys got going on?
So like I was saying, I think before we started going live here, we just finished recording some more of the rewatch, getting into episode 5. I believe the fraudulently named Blood Calls Blood, with fucking Stefan. So Aldan was our guest. He was awesome. It was a great recording. We'll be releasing those Tuesday, Thursday. And then we're getting into live stream stuff. We'll try and fit it in when the mood strikes us. But yeah, other than that, we're doing like everybody else. We're gonna hop over to Purple Valkyrie.
Yeah, no, that should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be chatting about. So yeah, hopefully I'm through the bad work cycle. So hopefully I'll be able to do a few more live streams and definitely some more content here. It's a busy August is a busy month for me. All 3 children have birthdays, so it's a little bit crazy, but there's always time. As long as I'm not at work, guys, there's always time for something, right? So so I want to thank everybody for coming. Please check out membership and all that stuff. We're going to try and build and have some cool stuff there. So if you're not a member of the channel, please consider doing so I can have some fun stuff go on with that when we get it to a point where I can actually get this stuff pushed out. So I'm working on some stuff, working on some new stuff soon. So probably going to have a game stream with Easton tomorrow. Nice. Not 100% sure, but I'll put something up if I do. But yeah, so thank you for coming. Hopefully more streams coming soon. Try and be a little bit more consistent for y'all. And yeah, thanks for coming. Go check out Purple Valkyrie's channel. Real quick, thanks to Salty Texas Steve for stopping in and saying a few things. I appreciate it. Check out his Fire Fandom series. It's really great. And
awesome.
It's been an honor to be a part of. And yeah, so thanks again.
Very good.
And until next time, all hail the Lord Dragon, and we'll see you guys soon.